My name is Jesse. I work as a peer support worker for people with mental health issues. I'm also someone living with schizophrenia.
My name is Leslie. I'm a wife and a mother with a busy career. For many years, I was also a caregiver for my youngest son who suffers from schizophrenia. Today, we're making a series of videos that we hope will help other caregivers. Hey, Jesse, it's so good to see you.
You too.
Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Come in.
Hey, Paige.
I made a salad. I hope you like that for lunch. We'll have
Looks
a seat.
great.
It's great to have you. So we've been asked to get together to talk about our experiences with schizophrenia. And it's kind of interesting because we've met before at different events, but we've never had a chance to talk to each other face to face. So this will be great.
I think so too. Would you like to start? Could you tell us about your experiences?
Sure. Well, I have 3 kids, and my middle son, Kit, was at university, and he called us one day to say that he was feeling terrible and that he wanted us to come pick him up. So we went and got him, and he was in the middle of psychosis, but we didn't understand that. We just knew something was wrong, and we took him to our local general hospital where they admitted him very quickly and had him in 4-point restraints, and he was very scared, and he was quite agitated when he got to the emergency room because he was scared about what was happening and psychotic. So they took him away, and within about a half an hour of him being admitted to the hospital, we were told that he had something under the schizophrenia umbrella. And that was probably the scariest moment, of my life. And nobody really told us that day or within the next couple of days what schizophrenia was. So my husband and I were just on the internet, Googling, what is schizophrenia, what do you do with it? And it was overwhelming, to say the least. And even after Kit had been in the hospital for 2 weeks and had, he was better and he was able to come home and go back to school, we still had no idea what the medications were, what the treatment options were, if there was any psychosocial alternative treatments for him. We had no idea what was going on. And so that's kind of why I wanted to do this set of videos today, was because I want everybody to have an understanding of what schizophrenia is so that if something happens in their families, they won't feel as lost as we were. And tell me a little bit about your story.
I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 1999, around the same time I was graduating high school. I barely graduated, I barely got my diploma, but I did. And I was quite sick, and I needed to be hospitalized. But I eventually, when my psychiatrist and I found the right medication, I started to get better and enter into recovery. I'm a peer support worker. That's my job. At that time, when I was diagnosed, I had never heard of a peer support worker. Mm-hmm. The team I used to work on, we had nurses and case managers and social workers and occupational therapists, our manager and a psychiatrist. And what's great about that is that people can be helped on all sides, whatever they need. With all of those people, you can help the person find housing or get a job or go back to school or navigate the judicial system. When I was hospitalized, I never had a case manager or a social worker.
It's almost like you need somebody to just take your hand and help you navigate through the system.
Because when you're psychotic and sometimes depressed as well, you don't see the bunch of beautiful options of things you can be doing. You're so narrow-minded, narrow-sighted.
One thing that was really great for us was when Kit was in the hospital, after he was discharged, he had an outpatient program at our general hospital. And we had a great relationship with his doctor, and we made it, his psychiatrist, and we made it very clear to Kit, and he was quite accepting that we were going to be part of that experience, that every appointment that he went to, we were in there with him. Sometimes we were just in for 10 minutes and then we'd leave and Kit would have some private time with his psychiatrist, or sometimes we were there for the whole time. But it really gave the psychiatrist lots of knowledge about where Kit was in his recovery at the time. And we got to understand more about Kit's illness and more about the options for medications. And at times there was, I was learning about medications and other options that I would bring to the psychiatrist and say, well, I heard about this or I heard about that. And he could explain that to me.
I think it's really important for people to know their options and how to access them.
Absolutely.
If people can see this video or these series of videos, this package, they can learn all of their options. And I'm an example of somebody who has become well, and I am in recovery. And if I can do it, then
Anybody
you can too.
Yeah. We have a lot of information to cover, so we're going to break it down into separate videos so people that are watching can skip ahead to whatever part they're interested in. And so let's have our salad, eat our lunch, and then we'll get to that right afterwards. How about that?
Sounds great.
Excellent. We'll dig in. Yummy salad.
Looks great.
Yeah.